Hello and welcome to Awaken the Truth Within with Zoey Gold. Let's talk about the most important thing in the world today. It is self-love and your relationship with you. Because you may know a lot about personal development. You may be practicing it for years. You may know a lot about the law of attractions and laws of the universe and laws of the mind. You maybe you have been practicing for years. And maybe it does give you some results in some area here and there. But if you do not take care of this, the most important relationship in your life, the relationship with you, those practices would not yield what you're looking for from them because they will not be able to fill that void. So self-love, true, genuine love and appreciation for who you truly are, is the basis, is at the core of everything. Everything else stems from there. Your relationship with other people, the way you communicate, your financial situation, business, the quality of your life, the way you feel every day, the way you treat other people, the way you react to how other people treat you, and so many other things. So if you truly understand, and again, if you've been practicing the opposite thing for a long time, it might be a bit challenging to just, all of a sudden shift, but it is possible. And shift can happen in a second. So at this time, you can just decide for yourself that that's what you want to do. You want to have this amazing, beautiful, loving relationship with you. You want to truly, genuinely, from soul, love this amazing being that you are, with your flaws, from your core, from who you truly are to everything that is in you. Embrace and love, because when you push against something, it pushes against you. And when one of those sides stop pushing, the other falls. So stop pushing, see the truth about who you truly are, stop pushing against you, and it will disappear. Now, your spiritual DNA is perfect. You are perfect. You're perfection. You're a spiritual being living this physical life experience. You are perfect. And everything that is not perfect is not you. All the problems, all the challenges, all that you consider to be a problem or not perfect, it's not you. It is data. Data, memories replaying in you, information replaying in you. And what you can do, this gives you a good ground so you can understand that you do not have to beat up on yourself in order to improve or become better. Because being a good person you always want to improve. You always want to do the best thing. But you need to understand that from where you stand, every time your intention is good. But the vehicle that you may use to get what you want or to get there might not be always something that is benefiting you. So coming back to that idea, just tell yourself right now, I'm perfect. And everything that is not perfect is not me. And what that means is when you notice that you thought something or you did something that you didn't want to do, that you feel regret, that you want to feel guilty or you want to beat up on yourself, now no, you don't have to do it. Because now you know you are perfect. And you can tell yourself, I am perfect. And now everything that is not perfect is not you, it's data. So what you can do with that data, you can change it. First of all, you can release it. You can let it go and let God, let go and let Creator, infinite intelligence, right? And by doing that, you can change, of course, the behavior. Like if you did something you didn't like, you can change it. You don't have to do it next time. You can make different conclusions about it. But it does not mean anymore that you have to beat up on yourself for thinking and doing that. Because now you separate it. Now you know that you are perfect. You are perfect, and just feel it. And everything that is not perfect is not you. And if you don't like that, if you don't like that data, if you don't like that behavior, you can change it. You can release it. You can let it go. You can change it. You don't have to do it again, but you do not have to beat up on yourself anymore because you're perfect. And everything that is not perfect is not you. Now, there is one more thing that I want to touch upon today is this, before we move on. So here, what you can do here is that every time when you want to beat up on yourself, just remind yourself, I am perfect. I am perfect. And everything that I'm not, and everything that is not perfect is not me. Just remind yourself and feel that genuine love for you. Now, another thing is this urge that we often feel to make somebody else wrong. So when you believe that you are less than, when you don't believe that you're perfect, when you forgot about it, when you think that you don't remember that, what we often try to do is that we have this urge to make the other person wrong or to make them less than us. So we can, at least for a second, to feel good, to feel more, to feel a little bit closer to perfect. But that is an incorrect way of doing it because it is artificial and it will not yield you what you're looking for. Because when you feel superior to other person, it's also fake, right? And it's not what you're truly looking for, what your soul is looking for. So what you're trying to do when you believe you're not perfect or when you forgot, you try to make the other person wrong. So for a second, you put that person down and you're a bit up and above and a bit closer to being perfect. Now, what happens is if you still don't believe that you are this magnificent divine being, you will lower yourself again. And this is like a never-ending circle. So, and the only thing it will give you a second or a few moments of this superficial feeling of being superior, which is not what you're looking for because it's not real and it's not what you want. So when this happens, you can break this pattern and you can just tell yourself in that moment, you can notice it consciously and you can tell yourself, I am perfect. And everything that is not perfect is not me. And you can also say, this person that you want to do, that you want to make wrong in this moment. And by that, you have the desire to make yourself right? You can say, this person is perfect. The spiritual DNA of this person is perfect. And everything that is not perfect is not him or her. And that way you're going to break that pattern, that urge. Now, another thing is that, for example, when somebody else, because they don't believe they are perfect and they are this magnificent divine being, they are doing it, and often automatically, we often don't even notice or know that we're doing. They want to make you wrong because they don't believe they are this magnificent divine being. So they want to lower you. So just for a second, they could feel a little bit closer to that perfection. But again, it doesn't work for them. They lower you, and then they lower themselves because they don't know who they are. Now, in this case, when they try to lower you, you might feel the feeling of reaction, like not letting them do that, the feeling of anger, desire to put yourself back up or to lower them and make them wrong, right? So what can you do about this urge or this reaction against the other person when it feels to you? And sometimes they might not even want to do that, but it feels to you like someone is making you wrong. So what you can do, you don't have to react. You don't have to participate in the data anymore. You can just stop yourself and you will say to yourself, I'll notice it and I'll stop this reaction. I will consciously notice it and I will stop this reaction even before it comes. So you give like a command to yourself with authority. And then in the moment when it happens, when you feel this reaction coming up, you could say to yourself and just remind yourself that I am perfect. I am perfect, and everything that is not perfect is not me. And you can also tell to your internally to yourself, right? About them, you could say, this person is perfect. This person is this divine being. The spiritual DNA of this person is perfect. And everything that is not perfect is not him or her. So this way you're going to stop the habitual pattern, and you're going to break that pattern, and you're going to change it with the pattern that is true. Because only from this position of knowing who you truly are, knowing that you're perfect, knowing that your spiritual DNA is perfect, knowing that you're this magnificent, powerful, beautiful, divine being, only then you will stand in this perfection, in this knowing, in this beauty of who you truly are, and you will not have the urge to be either superior or inferior to the other person. Because neither is real. Neither is what you're looking for. What you're looking for is the truth within you about who you truly are. And when you tap into that, you truly see yourself for who this magnificent being is, and you really see the other person for who that other magnificent being is. So it was my pleasure being with you today, and I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing day, and bye now.